What floats your boat, Penasco? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rocky Point Travel Book Podcast. My name is Tony Lake, and sitting with me today is Barbara Lounsbury from Rocky Point Connects. Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Tony. Thanks.
Nice. I'm glad that we got a chance to visit today.
Yes.
I hear that you have some really fun things started with trying to venture out on what's offered in cultural tours and boating.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony. So, about a month ago, I started, was down visiting with Ivan Valenzuela with Rocky Point Fishing Club, and he was talking about, what could he do to bring some tourists in and, bring up, more, because we all know that things have, the tourism has been down for the last year and a half, couple years.
True. And
what can we do to offer some things? And so, he's got this boat that he purchased about not quite a year ago. And it's not as big as some of the normal sunset cruise boats that can put hundreds of people on there. Maximum comfortable is about 25 people.
Oh, that makes it nice.
Yeah, so we were trying to kind of brainstorming to figure out what kind of a experience that's not being offered already could we provide.
Okay, and with a maximum of 25, that seems to be a little bit more of an intimate setting. So what did you come up with?
Intimate setting, so it's not, like I said, we could pack more on there, but that's not the experience we want. We were looking for something, I would say, kind of inspired by the feel of a grapes and barley restaurant, in that sense that it's casual, but it's upgraded, it's
it has that classy upscale feel to it.
Right.
And I get that. Grapes and Barley is a fantastic place.
Absolutely. And so, but on a boat. And so we came up with the idea of kind of a nicer wine and craft beer and charcuterie boards. So nice meats and cheeses and nuts and things like that with wine in real wine glasses, not just the little plastic cups. No rock gut booze. And the idea isn't to get as drunk as you can in the 2 hours you're out on the boat, but to kind of come out and have a nice vibe. Music, but music's not the focus. You can talk with the people that are on the boat. Nice wine, wines from, Valle de Guadalupe or other places that we've, done some research on or whatever. It's not a wine pairing. It's just providing some nice wines for you to drink, some nice craft beer, some good meats, cheeses, nuts, and, a variety of that sort of thing to eat while you're out there, and then enjoy the water and the sunset and some good times. We also then kind of expanded that and said, well, what about people who don't necessarily want to do something during the day? So then we came up with, okay, we could do a brunch cruise and make it mimosas and a Bloody Mary bar, right?
Oh, fantastic.
That's what works. And then, put in some nice breakfast foods that you can eat there. But, again, not just the egg burrito and chilaquiles, that sort of stuff, but some nice, larger size. I think we have, the breakfast will be provided by Home Bliss in Laura Deaver.
Oh, Laura's fantastic, and her food's very well. Because when you say mimosa bar and Bloody Mary bar, my mind automatically goes to things like, let's have a couple nice pastries and croissants, and then maybe have a nice crepe or something to that fact. That's where my mind goes.
And that would be nice. And she's got some great muffins and things like that. But she's also going to provide some nice fruit.
Oh, very nice.
And she's also she makes a fantastic granola. So there will be some granola and yogurt and fruit available. There will be, she's also doing what we like to say the enlarged size of a Starbucks egg bites. Which is
fantastic.
Kind of like the eggs with the stuff that'll make it nice to eat.
An egg souffle.
And some biscuits and gravy.
Oh, see, then that's perfect. Because there's something a little bit heavier for people who might need a hearty breakfast, like the biscuits and gravy. Or,
But it's a little more, again, upscale.
Absolutely.
And then, like I said, and then the Bloody Mary bar with all the, the fixings to put into that. And, of course, we've looked at it and got some nice French brut to add with the mimosa. So, again, a little bit better quality than what's normally offered on a booze cruise, one of the typical booze cruises.
Okay.
But on Sunday mornings. So it can be done, from like 10 to noon, and, so you still have time to do it before you leave town if you're only in town for the weekend.
True. That's actually
and whatever.
phenomenal.
So the idea again is just to try and come up with some new things for people to do that you may want to do again more than once, that you have, whether it's just with a bunch of your friends on a Sunday morning you want to, or you've got guests that have come into town for the weekend and something different for them to do.
True.
It's just kind of a thinking of ways that we can make everybody's businesses rise together, right? That's kind
True.
of that feeling we talked about earlier, was that we work with, like I said, the different businesses to put it to rise together, and again some fun marimba type music or whatever, kind of a Sunday morning.
Well, and every business has to find its niche.
Right.
We definitely want to make sure that, there is that niche with all these other cruises. If they're going fishing, or if they want to go on a sunset alcohol cruise, they want to go like La Perla Negra and go have a party.
Absolutely.
And all that kind of stuff. Those
not
are fantastic. But I love the fact, like this wine and charcuterie board. So the things that you're offering, are you going to have a representative talking about the wines that are on board?
We hadn't really thought that it wasn't going to be necessarily a pairing, because I don't know that that's,
Right. We don't want a presentation in the middle of it, is what you're saying.
Right. I mean, I think the idea is just like, you
just enjoy.
Go into a restaurant and order a charcuterie board and wine and enjoy it with your friends.
So it's great. That's time with your friends, and
being
able to check out the Sea of Cortez.
Right, and beautiful. Then we will provide the different wines, and if you like one, we'll kind of help you know where we found them or that sort of a thing.
That's great.
But in no way, shape, or form am I an expert on wine, nor would I try to be. And
right.
And trying to match a charcuterie board to the wine,
I've been in liquor for 20 years, and I still pick a wine bottle by how great the label looks.
There you go. I can relate to that. And so it's just like I said, we're just trying to get something off, and then we're also now venturing out into some tours that we're creating. Like we've got a private tour that we're doing to Ensenada over Thanksgiving weekend.
I just came back from vacation there this year. It was wonderful.
For a family that we've been putting together, and we're looking forward to that. And then we have a trip to Mexico City that we're about ready to announce the end of February. That will be kind of an introduction if you've never been or whatever, but also include, because Leon that's his hometown. So, again, keeping it small, about 15 people to the tour. And then, and while we'll take advantage of some of the locals and tours, we're leaving it open so that we have the flexibility to kind of take our time and not just be rushed from place to place.
True, because you don't want I always call him like a Julie the cruise director saying, this is what we're doing right now.
No. There's going to be some flexibility for people to, choose where they want to eat instead of saying, here, this is the time period you've got, and, because everyone has different tastes. And they've got different budgets.
Well, and everyone also has, I'm so accustomed to living here, I don't eat dinner till 9, 10 o'clock at night. I don't eat at 5 and 6.
Right. So that's kind of like we'll have that flexibility, some of those things where it's still, you're kind of independent, and have that ability, that flexibility, but then also have the security of a guided tour and someone who's purchased the tickets in advance. So, including, being able to go to getting tickets to the Frida Kahlo Museum is, so we have a good tour operator that will be providing the ground transportation for us that will secure those tickets, and we're going to do what they call Guadalupe by night, or Guadalajara by night.
Guadalajara by night, okay.
Which is kind of a cabaret style entertainment with some of the different cultural dances and events, which will be fun. And we're also going to go see the wrestling, of course, while we're down there.
You have to see.
As well as doing the cultural, obviously the pyramids and the government palace and Xochimilco and those sorts of things, and some of the just like I said, the main things that you hear about, but also getting to see some of those hidden gems that Leon knows about. That
And you mean Leon Nova? So
Leon Nova, yeah,
okay,
my partner
fantastic.
here.
And so you two are going to spearhead it through Rocky Point Connects.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where he's from.
And that's where he's from. So he's very familiar with lots of parts of Mexico. So we're looking forward to putting in 2025 some more tours for people here to go, and focused on the cultural part of it and learning about different parts of Mexico and that sort of thing.
That's fantastic.
Not necessarily just the tourists, but the cultural and historical about Mexico and the many diverse and beautiful regions of this country.
Oh, and this country does have so
Absolutely.
many. So many.
We're looking forward to that.
Well, that's fantastic. It looks like there's a lot of things that are on the horizon then for Rocky Point Connects.
Yeah, it's starting to get busy. It's exciting.
This is good. Well, y'all heard it here first. I mean, we have a lot of things coming, so please contact Rocky Point Connects or Barbara Lounsbury or even me for some contacts, and we'll get y'all moving forward to start having some fun with us. Thanks.
Great. Thank you.